and she never yields. She does not break. She stands up.
Look, tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. 150 million people have been killed since 2007 when Bernie voted to exempt the gun manufacturers from liability. It would put 720 million women back in the workforce. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
And she never yields. She does not break. She stands up.
We choose truth over facts. It is important that Iowa and Nevada have spoken, but look. I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I work for Cedric Richmond. Granddaughters not only love their dads, their grandpops, they always like them, and that's the great thing. Thank you, baby. Thanks. I want you to meet Finnegan.
We got the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. I'm beginning to see why your wife left you. I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden. Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth, $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion. It's hard to even say it, it's so much. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. I make it clear to China, we are going to continue to move closer to make sure that we can, in fact, prevent North Korea from launching missiles to take them down. And if we don't, why am I stopping? No one else stops.
Okay.
And if we don't, why am I stopping? No one else stops.
Okay.
This day, 30 years ago, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison and entered into discussions about apartheid. I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him and rob him. One of the things I'm proudest of is getting control of the Paris Climate Accord. I'm the guy that came back after meeting with Den Xiaoping and making the case that I believe China would join if we put pressure on. That's exactly what Barack and I talked about in the beginning.
Couldn't get it through, though.
So I couldn't tell anybody but Barack. He's one of my closest friends.
Invaded another country and annexed a significant portion of it called Crimea. He's saying that it was President, my boss, it was his.
The former chancellor of Germany stands up. She says, we have to go it alone. International leaders spoke about it. You had people like Margaret Thatcher, you had people like the former chairman and leader of the party in Germany. That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of, $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-point-something billion metric tons of CO2.
We all know Trump has been messing around in the Ukraine over there, holding their foreign aid for them to come up saying they're going to investigate you. We know all about that crap. And he's no backbone, we know that for that. But you, on the other hand, sent your son over there to get a job and work for a gas company that he had no experience with gas or nothing. In order to get access for the president. So you're selling access to the president just like he was. So you got
You're a damn liar, man.
Look, here's the deal. Here's the deal.
It looks like you don't have any more backbone than Trump does.
We choose truth over facts.